Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I'm in here freezing. It's cold. I'm all snuggled up on the couch. Hi guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know some of you have been waiting a hot minute, but it's 6 o'clock now, so we live. We live. We got Ridge Life Ramblings in the house. I know he just posted his first video on Ridge Life Ramblings, Tim did. And I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I just got back from church, which is probably why I'm so cold, because we were in the gym with the thing open and the wind blowing, and it was cold. It was cold. So I'm still trying to defrost, I think, from being there. But hi, Karen. Hello, hello. Rebel at Heart. Hello, how are you? Kimber K. I'm glad I have been missing the lives because of life, so I'm so glad I'm able to be here tonight. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're able to be here too, Kimber. Steve C, what is going on? I know some of you got some snow going on there, Kim K. 4 inches of snow. My goodness. Oh, lordy, lordy. Hello, Robert Richards. What's going on? Hi, guys. Gunga Din. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Halfway through the week here. It's a good thing. That much closer to our visitors coming this weekend. I did laundry. I was making sure I washed the extra blankets and the extra sheets, and so they'd be nice and fresh. And I did. My vacuum cleaner part came, so I cleaned today. So I'll probably clean again on Friday though, because my OCD will command it. But yes, it'll be nice and clean when they get here. And Lundy's apparently, they're like, you can't even see. I'll swing this to you guys. No, don't move. And then Skylar's over there in the corner. So that is one thing, Tim, I have to warn you about. We have our dark dog, and she likes to lay in the dark hallway, and that light bulb burned out, and I'm gonna, hopefully tomorrow, I'm gonna get up there and try to replace that light so nobody dies from tripping over a dog in a dark hallway, because it happens a lot. Randall Groundland, what is going on? Hello. Welcome. Hi guys. Mike will be out here soon. I think he's still finishing up work, but he'll pop out when he's good and ready, and I'll hold down the fort until then, because that's what we do. So she didn't want her 5 minutes. I know. I think she thought I was getting up. And these two are like my shadows. So if I go up the stairs, they go up the stairs. If I go down the stairs, they go down the stairs. If I get up, they get up. Like they won't just stay. Like anybody else can get up and do whatever, but if I get up, they gotta follow mom. So, which I love, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm treasure hunter. Hello. What's going on? We got Lindsay into the mist. Hello, welcome. Jeannie, hello. I know you're in the middle of making dinner. We appreciate you. We appreciate you hanging in there. I used to do that. Tim used to do his lives on Thursdays, and the way my schedule was at the time, I could always have his live on while I was in the kitchen cooking dinner. And then I think it was on Wednesdays.
Hey, what's up?
Mike and Terry from Empty Homestead used to be on, and I would make dinner and listen to them.
So, hola, peeps.
Look who's here.
Yeah.
I need to scoot over more, huh? Sorry.
You're
the
right.
dog was over here, and it threw me off.
She looked at me like,
no,
who do you think you are?
Well, Skylar's there, but Lundy was here.
Oh.
So
what's going on in the house right now?
We got Tim in the house. We got Lindsay from Into the Mist. We got Treasure. We got what else? We got all the peeps. We got all the peeps and jeeps in here.
Robert Richards.
Talk
about ice cream. Oh man, I'm trying not to eat any more ice cream. I had ice cream.
I got you ice cream a couple days ago.
So
normally the Walmart that I went to is like the good Walmart. That's what I call the good Walmart.
There's such a thing.
But I just was like, oh, I'm going to pick up ice cream. And their ice cream selection was sad. And he goes, did you get me like vegan, like frozen yogurt? And I was like, no. And I like even double checked the package, because I was like, no, I know I got you ice cream. Like, and
then I realized
it tasted weird.
Yeah. Then I realized I haven't had ice cream in a while. And I haven't really missed it, so maybe I shouldn't be eating it. And then that took me down a rabbit hole of, but how many carbs have I been eating? I haven't had a salad, guys, in weeks.
No, I made well.
You
So
made me a salad
yeah.
yesterday.
The
I wound up
problem
not
is,
eating it, but I ate it
so
today.
here's the problem. Since we moved here, if I make a salad,
Randall Grunland.
$10 super chat. That chicken coop is looking good. Great. It's looking great. Better than good. It's great. Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
It's coming along.
Appreciate it.
I'm hopefully today it was not supposed to rain, and it rained.
Right.
So hopefully
Tigers in central Mississippi.
Oh,
cool.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't
I'm
think it's.
reading.
I see that. It's not going to be dry enough for me to stain the posts tomorrow. Probably I might have to wait till Friday, which is a bummer. I'm hoping I can get it done Friday though, that it's dried enough.
Alabama in the house. We don't roll tide around here. Yo, Hail State.
That's right.
But hello,
you made
neighbor.
Snow ice cream. Oh, I've heard that's so good. I've like seen people make it on TikTok and stuff, and I'm like, and I've heard my friends.
Into the mist.
Yeah, I've heard my friends say it's good, but I've never had enough snow anywhere I've been to like make it. Which
I've got to go watch her most recent episode. I watched all of her episodes, except for I didn't watch the most recent one.
Yeah, a lot of times when he's doing paperwork, he can kind of have it on like a podcast, you know?
Yeah, I really do enjoy the types of YouTube channels that I don't have to necessarily watch.
Yeah.
I can glance over, but most of it's audio. Like if I'm trying to watch Piney Ridge Farms.
No,
Piney
Piney
Ridge.
Grove
Help me out.
Hold
Piney.
on, I have it right here. Hold
Man,
on, because he messages
the couple in Florida, yeah, they mess
Yeah.
us all the time, and I only got the Piney part right. Sorry.
I'm double checking it.
Anyway,
Piney Grove Homestead.
Piney Grove, yeah. I cannot let their videos play while I'm working because, like, he's trying to teach you how to use like a box drag on a tractor to dig a pond, and I'm like, whoop.
He's distracted.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Not even a little
So,
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
And God's an Auburn fan. Well, I think God's a people fan personally, and there are some people there.
See, even Tim says Hail State. There we go.
Well, Tim's boy goes to state.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
he has to.
good for you, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the chicken coop definitely coming along. I would have liked so the chicken coop, just so you guys know, is the reason that Frankie didn't get to go deer hunting this weekend. At least part of it. Wow, my work phone's ringing. Are you kidding me right now? I gotta go check that.
Go ahead. I'll take over. Anyway, back to me. No, but the reason that she didn't get to go deer hunting was because they knew there was a break in weather, and they got to a certain point where they just wanted to get at least to this point, because then the next point would be floor and roof, like actually putting in the pieces. So they wanted to really bang that out and get it done. And then that was on Saturday. And then Sunday, they were going to do the floor and the roof, but it was drizzly and not good conditions for like working with wood. So, and then, like I said, we weren't supposed to get this rain last night to the degree that we got. And then it wasn't supposed to last into today and start raining again this afternoon, which it did. So I'm hopeful if like at least it's dried out enough by Friday, that'll give me like a full day to let it like sit. Hopefully, we'll see. But they're still going to go deer hunting. They've got a couple more times they can go deer hunting before the season's officially over. So hopefully, I really want her to catch a deer. I told her I already got a spot on the wall over here for her first mount. It's going to go right over there in the living room so everybody can see it. I'd like to put it like where you walk in, but there's no real good place to put it right when you walk in. So it has to go over here, which is fine. Like just the back wall of the family room. So, and I would put it here, except I feel like it'd be really awkward up here because the ceilings are kind of low. So that's my thoughts. That's my deep thoughts on that. So Tim says this is as good as watching The Last of Us. Well, it was when it was just said. My goodness. Oh no, I missed something here. Treasure hunters having surgery. I can't see where they said it, but I can see where. This is what happens sometimes is when you're by yourself, you can't get everything. Like watching your vlogs, Rich Life. You're just watching your pretty face, listening to you ramble. That's okay. We don't mind. We don't mind. That's right, Kimber K. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate it. Every little thumb helps. Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness. You're going back to cooking now? I feel that, Treasure Hunter. I know. Karen says she's home now. Freezing rain going on. Hope y'all are having a great night. We are. It is cold though. I mean, it's chilly out. Like, I mean, it's not temperature wise, it's not that cold, but the wind's been whipping through, so it's been making it feel more like it's 30 degrees or in the high 20s when it's actually like 40 something. So, and it's been damp, so it's like a mist in the air almost. It's just a little chilly. I'm just gonna close that door because I feel like we're just hearing work conversation. Okay, sorry guys. I just don't want. I felt like if I can hear it that well, you guys might be able to hear it that well. It's been damp and moist. It's been doist, which is German for wet and cold. I don't know. Yeah, it's and I tried to clean off the porch today because after this wind that we had, there were just leaves everywhere, and I was cleaning out the essentially the flower bed, but it's got different plants and stuff in it, and the leaves just were all tangled and everything. And I'm gonna have to almost get in there and like hand pick leaves out once we get closer to spring because I feel like if I do it now, it's just gonna happen again. So I did take the leaf blower and kind of get the worst of it out, but I'll have to do it again on Friday. Randall Grunland, $5 super chat. Thank you. Y'all talking about cold or chilly? Come on up to Minnesota, aka the tundra. I know, right? Oh, it is cold. It is cold longer here than I'm used to. Like normally, like where I'm from, even though it would be like 17 at night and in the morning during the winter, in the day, it was still like in the mid 60s and sunny, right? Most days. Here it's like there are days where it's like that, and there's days where then it'll randomly be 80 degrees, which is also very similar to where I'm from. But here's more gaps of like 30 to 40-degree days, which is fine. I mean, I kind of like it. I like getting all bundled up in my jackets and my coats and my scarves. I do love a good scarf. I do love a good scarf. So the Arctic blast is coming in, and Kimber K is not thrilled. Oh my goodness. I know, Karen, you've been having all that stuff with I keep thinking about that. Like it's Karen's had a bunch of stuff going on with her back, and she's been trying to find a good chiropractor, and it sounds like you found one today. So that's good because I saw you post about it. But man, back stuff's the worst. And I've dealt with it a lot. I mean, it sounds like not to your degree, but I do have a messed up back, and I've dealt with it since I was a kid. And there's times where it just flares up or something happens, and I'm just like, oh. And I've found over the years like ways to deal with it because mine is like a weird situation where there's nothing like I can really do for it other than these certain little tricks that I've learned of like making it happy again. But sometimes it takes a week or two for it to like get back on track. And then Mike always gives me a hard time that like, you're 10 years younger than me. Why is your back always jacked up? And I'm like, because my back is jacked up, is crooked in the weirdest way. So it gets everything all funky. So I feel your pain, although I do think that yours is a very different situation than mine. So I can only imagine what your pain level is at. And your ability to do things level, it must be very challenging. It's not something I would wish on anybody to any degree, because you really don't realize how much your back is connected to everything until you try to do stuff, and then you're like, oh, I can't even, like, just getting on the toilet is like, ooh, I gotta lower myself down. I gotta climb back up. Like, sometimes it's bad. So I feel you. It's not pleasant. Not pleasant. You feel like you're tied up when you get bundled up. David says, yeah, I don't know. I like being all warm and snuggly, and I always get like, well, like this is like a men's medium, like Wrangler jacket, and I had this around my other men's giant sweatshirt that like comes down to my knees, and I just fold into everything. So it's just cold. I guess I do better with the heat maybe than I do with the cold. But oh, he's back. Oh, I gotta scoot over now.
Sorry about that, guys. That's a reality. The reality of project management. Sometimes the day just doesn't end.
Yeah, and it's funny because he goes through, like, right now he's been going through a period where he's been working a lot later in the evening and having like more. There's just been more stuff going on, which.
But we have more. Yeah, I mean, we have more active projects going
Yeah.
on, and finding labor. Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna guess that most of the people in this room right now are probably like our age or even older than our age.
Yeah.
Probably not a lot of youngsters that watch us, but all of y'all need to tell all the youngsters all of them, like everybody that's trying to decide what they want to be when they grow up.
Fairy princess.
Be a tradesman. I'm not going to lie to you right now. Get into a trade. Don't take out debt and sorry, Tim, I'm not talking to you and your boy. I'm just saying.
Well, I think it's one thing if you know, like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer,
Right.
I want to do this or that.
But don't go into debt to get some kind of a hospitality degree or just some gedunk degree.
Or to just take classes.
Because people told you to go to college. Yeah. Okay. Because you're going to get that gedunk degree out of some college. You're going to be in debt and you're going to make half the amount of money that a entry-level electrician makes.
Mike and Terry. Hi. They're on later tonight. They're on at 8 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Tradesmen make better money than most four-year graduates from a state college.
Tim says that nobody is as old as you, Mike. Me and Sid are young and spry.
I think Tim might have a couple years on me, actually.
I don't know. Tim, I don't know how old you are, to be honest.
Tim, what year did you join the Navy?
Just ask him. How old are you?
Oh, well, I can get there from there.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah. The world needs more tradesmen right now. They are hard. They're getting harder and harder to find. I'm trying to hire people.
Oh, Honeyman, hello.
And he's 52. See.
Oh, okay.
So you got a couple years on me.
Yeah, but just a couple.
That's all right. Yeah, no, we're about the same age.
Yeah, you're about. I think at this point, like, I have friends in their 40s and I have friends that are in their 50s, and I always think of us as being the same age. So, like,
Randall says Tim's 74. Paul says Tim's 62. Nice.
There you go. But the question is, will you still need him? Will you still feed him when he's 64?
I don't know that song.
It's the Beatles.
Oh, that's why I don't know it. Yeah. Not as big a Beatles fan as she is. I like some of their bigger hits. But
that was pretty big.
Okay. I mean, okay. Like maybe I know the hook lines of some of their bigger hits. I was never a Beatles fan.
That's not gonna happen.
No. I mean, you can crucify me if you want. I'm a music fan.
I know. I'm just surprised you didn't know that one.
I'm even like an English rock fan. Just not so much the Beatles.
I know. I did drag him to Paul McCartney one year, though. I did. Wow. I love you. Get out.
Ugh.
You can see where his priorities are. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, and he's gone. See? So fun. Good thing you guys are coming by through on the weekend, because during the week we've had people stay before, and it's just a little more challenging because this happens, and like it's hard to like have people over and like do stuff when he's at work. So I get you. I get you. Oh my goodness. Tamara Brown. I didn't even see you sneak in here. Beatles. Who the bug? No, we like the Beatles. We like the Beatles, Addicted. I love the Beatles. I've always loved the Beatles. In fact, my dad and I danced to Maxwell's Silver Hammer as our father-daughter dance at our wedding. And I had my uncle do a George Harrison song at my dad's memorial service. Like, yeah, I have a little Beatles nod. I have Flaming Pie. You have to be a real big fan of Paul McCartney and the Beatles to know that story, but I do. I have a little Flaming Pie. You're more of a Monkees kind of guy. Hey, I don't knock the Monkees. I watched that show when I was a kid, and I guess I was watching the reruns because I think it was on before I was around. But I grew up on Monkees. I love the Monkees. Randall Grunland, $5 super chat. Call Tim a bubblehead. He'll know what that means. Oh, I know. That's because he was a submariner, right? Isn't that like the joking term, kind of like a jarhead for a submariner? I think. Bubblehead for sure, he says. Much better than being a target. I think probably that's affirmative. Yes. You saw Danny Bonaducci at a Halloween party. Did he try to hit you or like? You remember that show? He had a reality show for a hot minute. Like when he wasn't doing so pretty good for a while. I don't know how he's faring now. I don't think he was clean and sober, and he had a little bit of a problem and temper. So yes, that's true. The Beatles had a cartoon. Yep. Robert says he's 60 as of Christmas. Happy belated birthday. I love it. In fact, today, so I did stop at the store. Oh, in fact, Tim, I got that while you're here, I'll ask you. So I know you like Coke Zero, but I did not know there's two different kinds of Coke Zero. And I was at the store to go get some Coke Zero to have here for you. And there's one that's just caffeine, no, one that's just sugar-free, and then one that's caffeine and sugar-free. And I didn't know which one you preferred. So
I'm guessing he drinks caffeine.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Anyway, I didn't want to get it until I knew for sure because I want to get the wrong one. And I was going to text you, but I was in a hurry. And then I was like, I'll just ask him later. He loves him some caffeine. So just the regular zero sugar. Got it. I can make that happen. I can make that happen.
Let's see if we can make it through the rest of this live without my work phone ringing again.
Knock on wood. Yeah. Well, I still have to go find some, I still got to go to the liquor store to get some sipping cream for David because last time I failed epically on that.
You got the wrong
and
stuff.
I gotta make up for it because I found it now at a different liquor store, so I gotta drive to the other liquor store. So, any requests that you have, Tim?
Or we could just tell David to man up and just drink bourbon like the rest of us, you know.
Well, I'll be drinking mead. I don't know what the rest of you guys are gonna be drinking.
Sipping cream.
I told Tim he's got to bring his honey mead. I'm excited to try that. I've had it only one other time. Apparently, there's a place in Tupelo that does it. And when I came here to see this house for the first time, Rory had some and she poured some for me. And I was like, this is delicious. Amazing.
You know what, Robert? It's funny you asked that. I did not look up the animal version of that song. But I did wind up going and looking up the chord chart for that song after that last live and working on it a little bit because
hi Heather.
But I didn't listen to it. I just pulled up some chords and worked on it off of memory because there's been so many versions of that song. But I didn't look up the Animals version. Maybe I will if I remember after this one. But you know, if I know a song, if it's an old song from when I was a kid and I basically know the melody, then a lot of times I won't go listen to it when I'm trying to learn it because I want to put my own spin on it. And if I listen to it, it's harder to do that, right?
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Tim, get your mind out of the gutter. No, I think she's referring to when you drink the mead. Karen's asking if it makes me hot. Like, so you know how like sometimes if you drink sake, makes your eyeballs hot. Or if
Actually,
you
wine
drink,
does that to a lot of people. It makes
yeah,
them a little flush.
yeah. So it makes you like
Yeah.
hot. But when the mead that I had before, the one time that did not happen. Alcohol generally doesn't do that to me unless it's like really sake, I think is the only thing that sometimes makes me feel warm.
Steve, if I had your phone number, I'd call you right now. You know what's interesting is my personal phone, the ringer is not on. So if somebody in here like called me right now to mess with me because of how much my phone was blowing up, I would not hear it because the ringer's not on my personal phone. But I never turn the ringer off on the work phone. The odds of somebody calling me in the middle of the night, I mean, it's probably never going to happen.
No.
Definitely knocking on that one. But anytime between 6 in the morning and
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
yeah, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, it could ring.
Yeah.
Just depending on what's going on with projects, because not all the trades work the same shifts and the same hours, and sometimes what we're doing impacts them, and sometimes, like right now, what's going on is I'm trying to coordinate staffing on a couple of different job sites tomorrow, and it's kind of like some last minute changes that stress me out because when you make last minute changes like that, the odds of wires getting crossed and like efficiency and time being wasted tomorrow because things didn't get clarified goes way up. And if you are a project manager, wasted time is like your enemy. Like inefficiency is your enemy. So yeah.
Which cracks me up though, which I know he's very efficient at work, but there's times where I feel like when we're doing something, I feel like, why we're wasting time. And then he
And
gets
I feel the
frustrated
same
with
way
me.
about you.
I know.
Actually,
See, I feel like
I feel like I can't convince you to do things in the correct order so they make sense. And for you, it's like, how come this isn't done yet? Well, I'm going to tell you why that's not done yet. Because it would be inefficient for me to do that unless I do this first.
yeah, but then nothing.
Otherwise, I'm going to do it twice.
But in the meantime, there's nothing. I don't know. I don't know. It's like a thing. It's like a thing.
It is.
It's a thing. I gave Tim a wrench because he's on his Ramblings channel and not his Ridge Life channel, his regular Ridge Life channel. So I gave you a wrench, Tim. Now you have all the power.
It was originally written as a religious song, and then the wording was all changed to come up with the House of the Rising Sun. Oh.
Living Wild and Free Homestead. Hi, Mike and Sid. I hear you there on the PM stuff. Meeting upon meetings and tracking the tracker. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
You'd think, when somebody says project management, you picture the guy that's on the job site with the hard hat and the hammer, and he's mostly managing what's going on, but occasionally no, that's not project management. That's like on-site superintendent or like field supervisor. Project management is all mental. It's all mental. It's multiple meetings a day and scheduling and coordination with other vendors and verifying that equipment was ordered, or problem solving when somebody just says, "Oh, we can't do that by that deadline." Well, okay, that's not acceptable. Why can't you do that by that deadline? Let's work it out and let's solve the problem. That's project management. It can be
Living Wild
stressful.
and Free Homestead is a Prepstead member. What's going on? Look at that.
What?
Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
Look at that. Living Wild and Free. I love it. I love it. Brian from Vineyard Farmhouse is in the house.
He's gonna be live tonight.
He's gonna be live tonight. He's got, in fact, he messaged me earlier, but I haven't talked to you.
Back roads.
Yeah.
Freedom.
So he was hoping you'd pop in and say howdy to them because say hi to Justin when you go in there.
Yeah, I'll try.
At this rate, you might be working till midnight. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. I had so much going on that
Lila.
I didn't get to a bunch of my emails, so I fully intend to go back to work after this and try to get, if I can start tomorrow morning caught up, it's it's a good place to be.
Then he comes into the day a little less behind.
Yeah, it rarely happens, but
Yeah. Randall Grunland, $5 super chat. He was a PM for 20 years. Your butt is on the line. 200 people on the implementation team, and none of them report to you. Not an easy job. No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, at least in my world, in my professional world, the team that is mostly performing the things that I need performed in order for my project to stay on track, most of them do work for me, report to me, so that is helpful. But like acquisitions,
if it don't make dollars, it don't
right.
make sense. That's right, living wild and free.
But like the sales team does not report to me. So, if the sales team sells something, it's now my problem, right? I mean, I can, like their department head and I are equals, so I can go to him and say, hey, you need to have a talk with salesperson XYZ because this was an unrealistic expectation that was sold, which doesn't happen very often. But it's just one of those things that in the world that you deal with. But then, then you have like we have another department that handles acquiring the materials, right? And they do not work for me, so that I have to work with them in order to get the things that I need in time to be able to do the things that I need to do. And yeah,
Are you butchering tonight?
Butchering. Well, the plan was that I would have already been out there before this live started and broken down a couple of back legs, but I need to do it. I need to do it before this weekend because with everything that's going to be going on this weekend, I won't have time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably need to be out there after this live tonight, butchering a deer.
Yeah.
That's probably what's happening.
I think.
I think I picked a bad week to quit drinking. That's what I think.
You quit drinking?
Well, no.
Oh,
of course not. But I haven't.
I didn't get that memo.
I haven't had any alcohol
since 5 minutes ago. No, just kidding.
No, in several days.
Oh.
Because of the calories. So I'm trying to cut back on the things that are making me fat right now, but I feel like I've earned a whiskey today.
Ridge Life says, on South Park they killed Kenny every episode. How is your record so far? Just the one time.
I've been planning on finding some little stickers that are Kenny and putting one on each side of the tractor. And then even getting like the word Kenny in like vinyl stickers, stick under there officially. And then behind that, I was going to put hash marks like fighter planes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've only killed him once. So
only the one time.
Yeah.
But he has infinite lives in theory. We'll see.
Right.
Living Wild and Free says, out of a cup. That's how you drink.
Heck yeah.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
I don't drink anymore, but I don't drink any less either.
That's right. Mama
policy.
didn't raise no quitter.
Yeah, come on.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I definitely I plan on imbibing a little bit this weekend. No doubt.
Yeah.
Mike's gonna be making his I can't say famous deer backstrap because you've never made that for me before. The way you're gonna do it.
I am going to make a recipe that I've made many times using a protein, using a muscle that I've never made this recipe using, but I know it's going to turn out great.
I'm making my rosemary potatoes and some broccoli, and I was gonna make thunder biscuits for David from Come On Homesteading because the last time David was here, here's a little backstory. There were thunderstorms and the pressure kept changing, right? And so the cans of biscuits that I had in the refrigerator like popped. So I ended up making like last minute biscuits. So we started calling them thunder biscuits, right? Because the cans just like popped because it was thundering out.
Right.
And so, but I found they're like the homemade dinner roll ones that like they keep in the freezer section. That like they're literally like it made locally. Anyway, so I got those and those are good. I'm gonna make those for when y'all are here. So
that's a good point.
Will David know if he's eating venison since he hasn't killed one in 10 years?
Hey, look, the only way David's eating venison is if he comes over here, it goes over to Tim's house.
That's true.
So
that's true.
We might as well feed him some good backstraps so he knows what he's missing.
We'll just get him some chicken nuggies and be like, here.
Yeah.
You get to say "Skol" this weekend, sipping honey wine.
School.
That's right, Lila. She did not get a deer yet. No, old man on a mission. They've gotten skunked when she's
Well,
gone.
you know, all right. We should have gone. We should have gone hunting this last weekend. The problem is we had to prioritize, and the weather finally allowed for us to work on the chicken coop. And if we would have stopped working on the chicken coop at 2:30 in the afternoon so that we could go hunting, we would have got a lot less done. And frankly, we worked until it was dark. We cleaned up with flashlights.
Yeah.
So, she missed a couple of days of hunting because we just prioritized the projects over the hunting. But this is actually the last weekend.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get a deer this weekend,
then she don't get a deer.
She don't get a deer until
unless
next
she hits
year.
it with a vehicle.
Right.
That's
Which,
her only option at that point.
I hope she doesn't hit one with a vehicle because she's 12.
Too. Well, you know what I mean. Like she'd have to hit it with the 4x4.
Could you imagine hitting a deer with a four-wheeler? Somebody's done it.
Oh,
That would suck.
I guarantee
You could potentially wind up in the hospital.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Backroad Freedom. What's going on, Backroad Freedom? Hey, Justin. Sunny's Place. Emma. Long time no see. So great to see you guys settling in down there. I knew you loved the freedom. Yes, we do love it.
Oh man, Tim said Sid has come closer to shooting a deer this year than David.
That's true.
That's true.
I did shoot a deer. I just shot it with a camera.
Right.
I still got to eat it though.
Yeah. We've eaten quite a bit of that one, and David and Tim are going to eat some of that because the one that I'm butchering right now, we're not gonna eat that one this weekend. I'm gonna pull the back straps from the last one and we'll eat those. So we're rotating
the stock.
That's
right. Living Wild and Free Homestead says, sounds like y'all need some folks chasing them to the target field. Release the hounds.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, the one day they went, it was really foggy. Another day they went, it was so cold that I think they were just not moving. Like they just bedded down and like didn't move. And there was something else another day, something happened.
Yeah, in fact,
it was just like
I heard that they moved later that day. Some other people around here got some deer at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's just, it's a bummer. The days Frankie's gone out with me, conditions haven't been right. One day we got out there and positioned ourselves based on the wind coming out of the south, and we hadn't been sitting there for 30 minutes, and the wind completely shifted and was blowing at our backs right into the food plot. And I was like, hey, maybe a doe will pop out anyway. So we stayed because other than that, it looked good that day, but didn't see anything. And then on the days that I've gone,
Randall said that he hit a wild pig on his Harley, no broken bones. The pig wasn't even hurt. His Harley was totaled, and the hog beat the life out of my hog.
Wow.
Wow.
That sucks. I knew a guy when I was in the military. We called him Sarge. We were camping. We were like one day camping out in the desert. And, it was more of a like bonfire and, have some beers and, come back the next day. And he was supposed to meet us there and he never showed up. And we were like, oh, what happened to Sarge? I don't know. Something came up. We found out when we got back that he had hit a dog on his motorcycle on the way there and was in the hospital. Like it jacked him up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Tim says at least David knows how to fill a corn feeder without dumping it everywhere.
I feel like this is gonna be a fun weekend.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to be like referee between you boys this weekend and be like, okay, now you picked on each other's tractors, you picked on each other's shooting skills, because Tim and Michael tag team on David about his shooting skills and hunting and all that, and then him and David are gonna bug you about your tractor. You guys have to find something to nag Tim about. So you gotta figure it out, balance it out.
Tim's a bubblehead. You know, I mean, he's a submariner. So it's not going to be hard to find things to, to bag on Tim about.
So it says his goal is to get me to laugh out loud each time Mike is telling a story. To interrupt you during the live. That's not hard to do.
I'm wondering what we're gonna do. I bet you we're gonna do a live. I bet you we're gonna stream 3 lives at the same time. If I'm just a guessing man right now, sometime Saturday evening.
Once David gets here.
Exactly. I bet we set up 3 devices. Boom, boom, boom. Pointed at us.
And we'll just have to be like.
And we stroll on 3 different.
Our phone in between,
And we stream live on 3 different channels. I'll bet you that's how that's gonna go down.
Probably. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Hey, Beth is in the house.
120 men go out and 60 couples come back.
Man, you ain't right. That ain't right. People used to make those kind of
life. He was saying submarine life.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Oh my goodness.
But no, you couldn't get me to go on a submarine.
Oh, Living Wild and Free says get a tractor rodeo going. Gymkhana shooting. Oh, it moved and now I can't see it. There it is. Gymkhana shooting and corn feeder filling timed event.
Well, I was seriously thinking about having a shoot off, setting some targets up, and just having a little friendly competition between Tim, David, and myself, which is an unfair thing of me to do.
Randall says a $5 super chat. He says, since David isn't here to defend himself, I think we should all pitch in on some target for him.
Right. Yeah. No, I enjoy. I love to shoot. Right. And a little friendly competition.
Beth is in here.
Would be
Hi,
nice.
Beth.
But I've picked on David so much about can't shoot straight that I really don't want to outshoot him now, and I'm not going to hold back. And there's 0 chance he's going to outshoot me. So we probably shouldn't have a friendly shooting competition, just because. And Frankie's still probably going to hunt on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we probably don't want to go out shooting back there.
That's true. Well, we'll see. But he's gonna bring his 22 pew-pews anyway.
Okay.
I'll show you my new one. It's pretty. I like it. I guess it's not that new anymore. It's a couple months old now, but.
You're 22?
Yeah. My little Ruger Wrangler.
The Ruger Wrangler?
She's doing that thing where she sticks her tongue out.
Yeah, she's like having a dream right now.
She won't be able to see because she's so dark. I know. Oh, she's so cute though. Yeah. Randall says that he thinks Frankie will outshoot David.
Frankie's pretty good.
Well, we don't know what kind of shot David is.
I guess. I mean, I assume from talking to David that he can shoot. Right, I do. And Frankie inside of 100 yards. I'm super confident in her capabilities with with a 30 caliber. And then, I mean, short range with a 22 rifle, she's a crack shot. But
Open sight competition, Tim says.
What's that?
Open sight competition.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm down. That's fine. Tim, before we get too far into that, you've probably heard of the All Navy. I shot the All Navy 2 years in a row. That's an invitation only shoot, and you got to be in the top 10% of the shooters at either the East Coast or the West Coast championships. And I shot 600 yards, open sights, M1 Garand. So, I mean, we can go there if you want. My eyes are not as keen as they once were, but I'm a shooter.
Still pretty good shot, yeah.
Yeah.
What? Oh, he made, Robert Richards says that he made several good batches of homemade wine in 2020 and 2021, and 2 of my best is one of my strawberry Zinfandel and the other is a honey peach.
You got the expert marksman ribbon.
That's he's lucky he didn't drown shooting guns in the submarine like that.
Yeah.
A bunch of holes. It's like the screen door on the front,
No, I'm proud you did, because that's it's another thing to hang on the uniform.
Beth Ridge Life is the one coming to Sunday lunch.
But those are pretty easy to get.
Tim Ridge Life. His main channel is Ridge Life. He's on his other channel right now, Ridge Life Ramblings, and then he's got Lessons from the Ridge and Ridge Life Reviews and How-Tos. There, I got them all. But yes, Beth, meet Tim. Tim meet Beth.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Beth is My new bestie since I moved here.
Yeah, I feel like y'all were like soulmates and didn't know it.
I know.
before.
I'm like, I'm like, we are so much alike. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh.
You guys, it's chill. Hey Beth, it's cold over at your house, isn't it? I bet you it is because
Well,
it's cold over here.
here. It's not that far away.
No, so. I went outside. I went out earlier to check out the situation in the shop and make sure. I couldn't remember. I've been out there in a couple of days. Like, what do I need to do to be able to set up to butcher tonight? So I went out there, and it was cold. It was cold. So now I'm thinking we get done with this live. I'm probably going to put on layers like I'm going deer hunting to go out to
there
the
and
shop.
butcher.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh. Yeah, right. Tim should see our group text. Yeah, he would get a chuckle out of that. I have no doubt, Beth. He would, yeah.
How's it cold with all the Kentucky bourbon in that cup? Actually, you know what? That's funny you say that because this cup does say this might be whiskey, but it's not.
It's not.
I haven't had a whiskey this week. I haven't had a whiskey in a week. But I may have to have one tonight because it's cold. I don't know.
He'll be out there butchering deer into weird pieces.
I'll be like, sashimi deer.
He's all like eating it raw.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah. No, I do not recommend. Yes, that's right. Backroom Freedom. I appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up button. He's reminding everybody. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I love it. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and don't forget to go. It's back. Backroad Freedom
is going to be.
That's going to be on the Vineyard Farmhouse.
But they're doing a how do you call it, Brian? Where it's like you can pop in a panel. A panel. I think that's what he said on his thing.
Mike drinks twisted tea. What's twisted tea?
Twisted tea is like an iced tea version of a white claw, like a seltzer. It's the iced tea instead of water, basically.
Oh, good try.
They're not bad. I've tried one before. So.
Deer cooked properly is cooked rare. It depends on. Honestly, it depends on the recipe, right? We make a lot of sausage and we make a lot of burger, and we don't cook that rare. But like the back straps, I'll probably serve those medium rare, and it depends on what you call rare versus what you call medium rare. I will pull the back straps at 125 degrees, and they will rest up to 130 to 132 degrees, which is on the rare side of medium rare. Yeah. But you know, I try not to go too, like, she would eat them like blood be run down her face.
Yeah.
She'd be like, just skin it and throw it on the plate. I'm good.
That's true.
Like, she would eat it that rare.
Just go and get it warm, and then it'd be fine. Yeah, I do. I do. When I get, like, if I go to like a nice restaurant and I get like a fillet, I'll be like, just kiss it to the grill. I want like.
And a lot of places, though, you know, if you order medium rare, they'll cook it to about 135 degrees, and then let it rest, and it comes up 5 degrees, and it's not medium rare anymore. It's like medium.
Well, I always tell them, like, if we're at like a nice restaurant, I always say like medium rare, but like rare, like. Because people, if you say rare, they look at you like you're insane. So I usually just say like medium rare, but like just like when you think it still needs a couple minutes, pull it. Like,
right. Yeah, I mean, it's a good rule of thumb for me. 125 degrees is a good aim. If you miss it and it's 128, even if it's 130, it's fine.
But then you got those people that eat their steak like well done, and those
not
people
at my
wrong.
house.
Those people are wrong.
No, don't come over. No. First of all, I'm not even going to ask how you want your steak at my house.
There are some steaks that you can't get rare, like what? Living Wild and Free.
Thin ones, skirt steak.
Oh, well, yeah, but you're not eating that as a steak. I'm talking about like.
Well, even like if you get a thin ribeye, you can't cook it rare. Thin steaks are
challenge
impossible.
Accepted.
Just don't even buy a thin steak.
I just want grill marks on it.
Yeah.
No, I do like a good thick. That's why I like the thick cut fillets, because, you know, I do get excited about that.
And you know, I'm gonna cook the backstrap as a whole unit.
Oh, Lila wants to know if you've ever had a Long Island iced tea. Yes, Not a whole one because I bartended. Those of you that don't know, for a long time, and I actually make a really really good Long Island iced tea. There's a secret to it. But so I would always, I check my drinks from time to time. You take the straw and you know, and you test it, make sure you get the mixture right, because sometimes you have a regular customer anyway. But Long Island's, I don't people say they sneak up on you. I think it depends on who made it, because sometimes it just tastes like alcohol and then it's not so sneaky. But if you make them right, it's sneaky.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying just don't kid yourself. Just drink it straight, so you know what you're drinking, so you can pace yourself. Not that I'm the best at pacing myself sometimes, but at least it's not an accident. It was my fault.
The steak has to be seared and served. That's right, Tim. Seared and served.
Yeah, when you're talking about those thin ones, I mean, that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like I used to do like bluefin or yellowfin tuna.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he makes a good.
Done.
Yep.
It's still cold in the middle,
Utah, New Mexico, some countries won't let you order it rare. I've heard that before. Like some places it's like against their thing, where like they have about food safety or whatever. But I'm like, I'm not ordering my chicken medium rare. I'm ordering my beef.
Yeah, look, I mean? if there's a food safety issue with ordering bovine rare, we need to talk about their food handling conditions in the back of the house.
Oh, but see, Living Wild and Free is saying carne asada is the only one that needs to be well. I disagree. Even carne asada, like if you get it like old school street taco style, they don't some places you go to, they'll crisp it. That's one thing. But if you get it from one of those little walk up places where they do it right, and it's not well
Nobody
done.
has any idea what you just said.
I'm trying to say it's not well done.
Okay.
Even you go to a good place, it's not well done. It's still medium rare. They still they do it on the big flat top, almost like one of those Blackstones, but the old school cooking things, Yeah.
That's okay. That was fun to watch.
You know what? 2 words, mister. Any 2 you want.
All right. I just had to censor myself, by the way, people.
I'm sure you did.
Oh.
Crispy is yummy well in the outside. Yeah, if it's done well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cook. I'm actually gonna smoke the back straps at 200 degrees for.
Oh no. Randall Grunland, $5 super chat. He said his dog gobbled down $100 worth of beef short ribs after 11 hours cooking barbecue sauce. You can poop everywhere. This past Saturday, my fault though. We've had Lundy grabbed a whole turkey.
Yeah.
Off the counter. We were having Friendsgiving at our house, and she took the whole turkey off the counter. She was still a puppy, and yep.
Yeah. They'll do it.
They'll do it. I used to have a cat that if we got chicken wings, she would get up, or steak. If we left it on the counter and walked away, she would. It was the only time she ever would get on the kitchen counter, but she would steal the chicken wing and run, steal the steak and run.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, that cat.
Yeah, she was funny.
Had a $300. See, I've never had one of those.
Oh, the pellet smokers. Yeah, we don't do that.
No, I was talking about the Kobe.
Oh, I thought they were talking about
that. I just. First of all, I can't justify spending the money on it. And second of all, I don't know if I agree with the way they raise those animals. So I don't know if I want to support that whole industry by buying them. But I'm sure they taste amazing. I mean, the science behind what they do in order to marble, that fat, the right type of fat, and then the right webbing of marbling in there, and then if you cook it just right, it renders just right, and look, it's flavor.
Yeah, flavor.
But yeah, I just haven't spent the money on that.
I could just chew it right off of the deer. You're right, Brian. I could.
She could.
I probably could. Just what's that one from the Cowboy Way where he's like, just drag it over here, knock the snot off of its nose, and wipe its butt and throw it on the. That's pretty much me.
That's not what.
Or knock the fur off of it and something. I don't know. Something
You're
like
talking
that.
about
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
He said, and I bet you I quote this almost 100% accurate.
I'm sure you will.
He said, just knock the horns off of it, wipe its nasty old butt, and throw it on the plate.
There you go. That's it. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, they feed them beer, deep body massages, and easy listening music, and then you get Kobe beef. You're halfway there.
Man.
I'm telling you.
Well,
Oh, David says he liked Funko jumping on my head the other day. Yeah, I was like literally like mid sentence, and he just literally like came and attacked and like
made for a good
himself.
thumbnail.
It did.
Yeah.
I was like, oh hi.
Yeah.
That's right. I am excited about this weekend though. I think it's gonna be so much fun.
It is.
Like,
yeah. We're
yeah.
probably gonna squeeze a couple hours of Frankie and I disappearing out to the deer blind.
Well, you may not have to.
But we'll see.
Sid's
gonna pick her up
Saturday morning.
Well,
or
Sid's
Friday.
gonna pick her up from work. Sid's gonna pick her up from school on Friday, and bring her straight home, so that she's, she doesn't have the bus ride. She'll get home in time for us to go out Friday evening. If she can get a deer Friday evening, then we don't have to hunt Saturday.
Yeah.
So, and then if she doesn't get a deer Friday evening, then we'll hunt Saturday morning. And if she gets a deer Saturday morning, we're done.
But if she doesn't, then you're gonna have to go out Sunday afternoon, like evening, whatever afternoon.
Right.
Yeah.
Things change if she doesn't get one by Saturday morning because.
Well, then, because isn't it through the 30th?
It is, but she can't hunt Monday, so now I've got to go out and kill another doe.
Yeah.
Because we only have 2 deer in the freezer.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted 4.
Right.
So.
We'll see.
I have to call my boss and tell him I got to go deer hunting Monday. See how that goes.
Well, you have like 47 days of more than that.
47?
Well, I just picked a number of like vacation that.
Like 250 hours.
Yeah, some ridiculous amount that it's like, might as well use it before you lose it.
Right.
Let's see.
Tamara's bouncing.
She's tapping out.
Bye,
Tamara. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you.
Hey, 132 people in here still. That's
right. Not
that's
bad.
Pretty awesome.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I apologize for bouncing in and out tonight. What do we got here? Robert pulls the backstraps at 118. Then it's going to end up medium well. Really? Man, now you're making me nervous.
If you wait till 125, he says, then they'll end up eating.
Because these backstraps are about the same size and diameter as a tenderloin from a hog was, believe it or not. And I feel like, no, the tenderloins we cooked up to like 155. That's right. Because they were hogs.
Take him home from hospital.
I don't know. Now you got me nervous, man. I'm going to Google it now, but to me, 118 is awful rare.
Google it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So tonight, guys, let's see. After us, I think Full Blown Country's on tonight. I didn't see anything pop up in my thing that they were going live, so maybe not. I don't know.
Full Blown Country?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be going live like right after us.
That's what I just.
David,
but I didn't see the thing
I believe that deer hunting should be an excused absence from school, and it was when I was a kid in Tennessee. I mean, I don't know if it is here.
It would be if I called up.
It probably would be.
Yeah, like they don't ask. It's not like.
Yeah.
It's not like.
Yeah. But and she's doing really well in school.
Yeah.
I would never pull a kid out of school that was struggling in school.
Right.
Good night, Lila. Something else. But she's doing really well in school, and frankly, I would not have a problem pulling her out of school to deer hunt. But
yeah. Well, we'll see.
I don't know that we're gonna need to.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully she gets on Friday. But stick around, guys. You've got after Full Blown, you've got MT Homestead with Mike and Terry. So make sure and go show them some love. Tell them that we told them hi again and that we love them. And then of course you got Brian, who's I think still in here right now. So make sure you say hi to Brian. And later at 9 with Back Road Freedom. I'll see if Mike maybe might sneak in there. It may not be able to. He might be able to like watch it on his phone and say hi, but he may not be able to like because he does have to butcher that deer tonight. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, Saturday night, be on the lookout.
Yeah, look at all 3 channels. Look at Ridge Life, probably Ramblings maybe, or regular Ridge Life. I don't know. Come on Homesteading's channels, like, and check out ours, because one or all 3 of us will be going live.
If we go live on our channel, it will be on 3 Mississippi. So keep an eye out on that, because we'll be letting you guys know which channel David and or Tim will be going up on if they also go live.
Well, and I'll post it on our community page. So
yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, Randall, for the super chats. Thank you to Living Wild and Free, being a new member. We love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
I'm gonna go put whiskey in this.
Oh my goodness.